All right.
I don't
go
know
ahead.
if this is full Karen, but it's Karen for me. I did something just last night, actually. At the Chiefs game, more football talk.
That was last night.
Oh, I can't get away from it.
Yeah, Chiefs
The
game was a couple
Chiefs
nights
game.
ago. Katie,
No, don't.
it's not about football. It's not about football. It's not about football. Please.
Okay.
No, it's really not that crazy of a story. But basically, Brad and I go to the football game together, and parking's always crazy, any major sporting event. And I could tell this like big SUV, I think they double parked on purpose so that no one would park next to them. But hey, hustle and bustle, I got to find a place to park. So I'm like, I can squeeze in there. Brad, you get out first though. And so Brad gets out, I pull in there, I squeeze in there. Great park job. But I realized the guy who double parked was still in the car. And he is like eyeballing me the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not getting a good vibe from like this guy. I feel like he's angry that I did this. But the principle of it was like, well, okay, his methodology didn't work. Maybe if he wants to get out, he will just back up and repark. It'll be good. Not the case. Checked the footage on my car. He dinged it bad, took a little bit of paint off, tiny bit of paint off. It's really not a big deal at all, but it's the principle of it. It's the principle that he double parked, didn't get his way, hit my car a couple times with his door. And so I was like, it took off such a tiny amount of paint that I was like, I'm going to sleep on this and I'm not going to care in the morning. And then I was like, you know what? A day went by. I was like, let's just see how easy it is to file a claim. I've never filed a claim on anything. Progressive makes it pretty easy. Next thing you know, it's like, you want to upload footage? Because I had a bad feeling about it. I took a picture of his license plate with my...
That is Karen. Don't even try to say you're not Karening.
Take him down. Take him down, dude. Give that steak back.
No more steak. Yeah, I took a picture of his license plate.
Door ding policy.
Yeah, what's your door ding policy, sir? And I had a bad feeling about it. So I have, not only do I have the footage of him hitting my car, but I have a picture of his license plate. So I'm like, remember that story when my laptop got stolen? I did everything. Emmett Penrod. I did everything to, help them out. They didn't do anything. So I'm hoping surely this can. Progressive called me back today though, and they were like, hey, we got your policy, yada, yada. Here's your claim. Ran the plates, and it belongs to a car agency. So
No.
What does that mean? Like it's a rental?
I don't know.
What is a car agency?
Like a driver?
Like a lease?
Probably like a black car service or something,
Yeah.
like a limo service kind of thing.
Yeah, they have
Well,
money.
who do they
Get
think
their
they
money.
are?
Yeah.
Parking in two spots.
Yeah.
Who do they think they
You
are?
should be the
Professional drivers? They know how to park?
Yeah.
Come on.
But that's funny. Like, were you so close to him you could barely get out of your car?
So driver's side was kind of normal, but passenger side, there was like almost no room. And instead of like reparking, this guy just goes for it and just slams my car.
And when you say multiple, he was like adamantly trying to.
Yeah, he like opens it, hits my car door, and then he like can't really squeeze, so he's having to like hit it a couple times as he's squeezing out. And so it really did not take off very much paint at all. But it's like I said, the principle of it. It's the principle, and the fact that I have it on camera.
An ultimate Karen move that feels so is when you grab the license plate when you sense something's coming. I did that once. We were at me and my buddies in college. We left we were Oklahoma State, Oklahoma basketball game. The rivalry. They beat us bad, so we're all walking out. We're all college age, and these couple other college age kids are like, "Yeah, just like football. See you later." Just too big of sports fan stuff.
Morgan would hate these guys.
Yeah, and some like elderly couple in Oklahoma State year was like, "Well, how'd that work out for you with he named some bad loss Oklahoma had recently, kind of like trying to
1996 women's basketball begs to differ."
They tried to jab a little, and then they just like barked right back at the old man. Just so
Jen
mean.
Shaw style.
Yeah.
So I was very much like, whatever, who cares? But I, of course, had a buddy or two starts kind of chirping them back. We get in our car. We realize, they're really chirping us. We get in our car. They pull up right in front of us, kind of as they're trying to get out of the parking lot, and kind of chirp at us some more. And my buddy reflexively just grabs a half-drink Brahms shake. Shout out Brahms.
Brahms, yes.
And he just, no hesitation, chunks it at their vehicle. And it gets like all through the window and on the car. These guys waste no time getting out of the car to fight. And there's like four of us. None of us are I've never been in a fight in my life. I'm the biggest guy out of this group. And my buddy's reaction is just to shut the door and lock it. And they're just beating on it. And it's like my friend's car who did nothing. And he rips the side view mirror off.
Oh
and
my
they're kicking it.
Can you not drive? Are you
And
stuck?
as this is going on, I'm like, it's license plate time.
Yeah.
So they finally realize they can't like get in. We're just sitting there. as they beat on
my
my friend's car, and he's like,
You want to have an
"Thanks
extra
a lot."
milkshake?
Yeah.
I threw mine out.
They skirt off, and as I drive off, I go mental license tag. Someone write this down. Bop, bop, bop. And we call, get a hold of the cops. They track down them, and my buddy who threw the shake and the guy who lost his mind and kicked the car are like talking to the policeman, and my buddy's doing some like. It's like
shakes are
the
slippery.
shake slip. He literally was
I mean,
doing
when
that.
they sweat and after a game.
But then he easily was like, look at this dented door,
Yeah,
and here is the side mirror we're holding. And I think they kind of like, long story short, insurance did this. I think they got a little money out of him. So
Shakes are slippery.
great
That's
story.
Great,
Great
yeah.
story.
That's fun.
It was scary though. I was like, we're gonna have to fight these guys. I don't. The funniest part was we locked a buddy out. I forgot about that. We locked him out, but he hadn't done anything, so they weren't even. They were only wanting to fight the guy who threw the shake. So he was just kind of standing there as they
Just
beat on the
watching.
car.
They're like,
I'm
don't worry, Jeremy,
You went
you're
to go
cool.
get another shake.
Yeah.